I am absolutely shocked. You might be looking at this Bitcoin chart here and wondering, why is there nothing on there? I mean, the price is looking pretty okay. I mean, hey, we're looking at this $18,000 range. Where's your chart, Dusty? Bitcoin just hit $21,000. So we have to scroll all the way up because Bitcoin is absolutely zooting right now. It is going absolutely mind-bogglingly crazy. And that, guys, is something which you have to keep in the back of your head. This exact scenario I've warned you guys about now in the last couple of videos that I've made. Wondering what I'm referring to? Here are two good examples. 12 days ago, I told you guys how to get rich with crypto in 2023. In this video, I outlined exactly what I think is a smart thing to do right now. And even though it's not financial advice, in this video, I covered the majority of the principles and market expectations. And as of this point, they have come to fruition in quite a positive manner. However, that's a long time ago. Even yesterday, 1 day ago, I'm screaming at you guys. I'm telling you guys, it's happening right now. Be prepared. Get going. 3 days ago, I said, crypto holders, get prepared for this with you guys couldn't see. Now you can. 4 days ago, we talked, it's finally happening, Bitcoin breakout. And so you can't say you've not been warned. Again, guys, I always have a link down below to Bybit. It's the exchange that I personally use, as I've also been screaming that everybody should have a couple of different things. A VPN, of which a link is always down below. I personally use Nord, but use whichever one you feel comfortable with. It is right there. Get yourself a hardware wallet right there, or whichever hardware wallet you prefer. Keep yourself up to date with these videos, obviously, and use a good exchange with some juicy bonuses. The key word here being bonuses. Bybit right now has got some crazy bonuses. Check it out, as that can basically be turned into free money. It is really crazy though that Bitcoin is finally starting to get back on track and getting back to some prices which we've not seen for like months on end. You can see here the last candle that we were in this region was in November, and actually the first week of November at that as well. Again, we can also see the Bitcoin dominance increasing massively throughout, I'm going to say here, the last couple of days. It's actually peculiar, but if you take a look at the entire crypto market right now, Bitcoin is just absolutely zooting and leaving a lot of other altcoins behind. It's literally the best performer in well, never mind, actually the entire crypto coin market cap is broken. If you try to go down here by 24-hour performance, it just doesn't work anymore. I'm assuming because the crypto market is absolutely zooting. Decentraland Mana is up 35%. It is still down 91%, but it's zooting, going absolutely nuts. And a lot of coins are in that ballpark, going up 5% throughout the hour here. Absolutely crazy performance for Bitcoin. Solana up 8.7% throughout the hour. And here Tron up 5.6% throughout the hour. Just absolutely massive. For XRP, as of this point, we've actually not seen the craziest of breakouts just quite yet. The only thing I'm kind of noticing here is a significant little head and shoulder pattern. For Ethereum, over on the weekly though, guys, the downtrend has been broken, and with some significant margins as well. And also, guys, we have often established that the best time to buy cryptocurrencies, in our own opinion, not financial advice, is whenever it's below the major moving averages. In this case here, the 200 weekly moving average. And right now we're just going absolutely crazy above it. Again, the end point was $1,380, and right now we are at $1,550. And for Bitcoin, we're getting closer and closer to that moving average as well, as it's at 24.6 thousand. And if you just look back a couple days ago, Bitcoin at 16,000, right now at $21,000. Things sometimes they just move crazy fast. Again, the bottom might literally be in already for Bitcoin, and that is also sometimes crazy to I guess accept here. The fact that Bitcoin might just literally not go lower anymore and might just from this point on forward start pumping. Again, if we take a look at the macro here, one of the things which I find interesting is how we broke out from this downward structure. Actually had one major retest here, another attempt, and actually our major bottom here, which was, well, if we look back at it, a retest. And again, forming a bottom at the previous levels from 2017 as well, the previous tops basically that we saw in that area. And we've basically not gone far below that. We've only basically bounced off of it yet again, and now getting back to the resistances that we had here at the end of October. Even though things are performing well though, we're not completely in the clear. If you guys remember, a couple of months ago, our major concern had to do with these three levels: 21.7 thousand, $20,000, and our major bottom at that time at 17.7 thousand, which the majority of people didn't think Bitcoin would break yet again. Long and behold, it did. Point being, there are a couple of major resistances that have thus now over time also formed, and we can see our closest resistance is the one that we just got backed off of, which is right here at around $21.3 thousand. And obviously right now is a whole lot of FOMO as well. You have to understand that the volume is not necessarily supporting this wave, which from a certain perspective is good. From another perspective, this is not a significant weekly volume if you compare it to some of these sell walls basically. And I know it's only, no, it's actually Sunday now officially already. It's actually 5 a.m. Dubai time, 2 a.m. Netherlands time, and 1 a.m. UK time. So I'm generally going to consider it here as Sunday, yet the volume is not astronomically high or anything like that. So even though it's not fully being confirmed by volume, it might also be something to say here that even though it's a lot of FOMO stacked upon FOMO, it's also a little bit of a relief rally here. A lot of people have been really burnt with the whole FTX situation, the whole FTX drama. Oh, I forgot that my FTX chart will not work anymore. Ooh, I was like, why is this one stuck at 16,000? It's because it's FTX. Oh, wait a minute. What is this chart? Again, I'm just opening up the chart that we've not taken a look at for a little while. Again, I just told you and kept telling you guys, make sure, again, not financial advice, my only thoughts, to keep opening more and more long positions whenever you get the chance to do so. Because, well, at one of these points, you're going to be right. I am not saying that the bull market is in. I am saying we are preparing for whether or not it's in by just making the most of the decisions that we currently have, or rephrasing that, we're taking the actions right now that minimize regret in the future as they have the highest potential outcome. That does not mean that it will have the minimum downside. No, it might have way more downside than the stable approach, but I personally think this will have the highest likelihood of having the highest output. And that, again, a little bit of that has to do with opening crazy long positions, even though you might say it's too risky. Right now, Bitcoin is already up so much, though, that it becomes even riskier. Again, you should have been doing this at $17,000 or so when I was screaming it, but I digress. Right now, it's just Bitcoin is bouncing off. Again, a couple of major resistances in the way. We got ourselves this $21.3 thousand. After that, it's one wild little rush. Potentially at 22,000 we have a little resistance here, but major resistance is going to be at 24 point something thousand, as obviously that's where the 200 weekly moving average is, and it's been such a while since we've touched that level. If we do end up breaking it, guys, if we do end up breaking $24,000, I'm expecting things to go absolutely wild. Some of my friends in the group chat were saying, well, again, we have ourselves this $3,000 major resistance. We might actually break down from here again and potentially just get this relief rally over with. But let me tell you guys two things. One, looking at this chart, you notice, man, Bitcoin really doesn't stay low for that long. And that's something to remember. Overall, if you look back a couple years, Bitcoin's trajectory is only towards the upside. And I personally don't think that's going to stop. And so if you're thinking, should I really just buy more like a crazy madman right now? All I can say about that is, well, you're a little bit late to buy at a really good opportunity. Right now is still good for the longer term, but shorter term, it's a lot riskier as the price has obviously just gone up like 40 or like, let's say, 30 or so percent, 30, 40% in this little time frame here. So it's become a lot riskier, but not necessarily a bad decision from my own perspective. Because again, I would be hypocritical if I would say, no, it's a bad idea, because I'm still buying more crypto every single day consistently. Because again, and nobody out there, literally nobody out there knows the next move for Bitcoin. If they're telling you they know it, they're lying to you. Why am I saying that? It's because many people like to twist a story. They like to say, oh, we were predicting this exact level to happen, and that's when no, it's not. The only thing that these people can do, which can very often be correct and be very profitable, is look at major emotional areas or major price point, either psychological, where people are often going to sell, or where we've seen, historically speaking, that there's been some major selling pressure or buying pressure, and base theories off of that, or potentially off of major cycles and vice versa. Like, for example, the line which you're seeing right there, this on a logarithmic chart here over on the Bitcoin Weekly showcases the major bottoms that we've seen throughout the last couple of years. And just for fun, it showcases here that if we just buy close towards the line, throughout the last 6 or so years, that would have been a very smart decision. Right now, we've had a pretty long while to actually buy at that line here throughout, I'm going to say, October and like literally this week. And the further away you get from the line, the quote-unquote riskier it gets. But ultimately, again, everybody should understand that our general idea still for Bitcoin is that it's going to be going like this. And then again, this line will continue on. It will come back down eventually. Not sure if you guys can see that perfectly right there. It will come down eventually, but the general direction is upwards. Can this just be a little bit of a fake out? Yes, it can. That's why we prepared for that by keeping our major long positions open. But I'm not taking out a crazy loan to buy more right now because in no way, shape, or form is the bull market confirmed. Again, if you want to maximize profits throughout the next couple of months, in case the bull run is back, again, I'm going to describe to you guys what I think is best. Buying crazy altcoins. Again, I'm going to just show every single thing I'm going to do on this channel. So I highly recommend you guys to just follow along and have the notification bell on, as things might literally get completely crazy from here on forward. And it could literally be so that all of a sudden you have your $100,000 portfolio right now and you turn it into $10, $20, $50 million in the next 6 months or so. If the real crypto bull market is back, it's really going to be a lot better than many of you guys expect, but it will only be that way if you properly prepare and if you're willing to risk a lot. Is it easy? No, it never does get easier. But at some point, you're understanding that the risk is worth it. Yeah, those opportunities are going to present themselves. And right now, again, these are a couple of signs I've expected and predicted a little while ago for you guys, that all of a sudden you're going to see some massive pump days in a row for Bitcoin and a lot of altcoins. But we're not in the phase yet where a lot of altcoins are up 40, 45 or so % throughout the day. So we still have a little bit of time to buy up some of these juicier altcoins. I'm a little bit tempted though to go haywire because some of our metaverse coins are up 40% already. And always my little twist, basically my trigger moment is when altcoins start going up 40%, because you just don't see that very often in these bearish runs. We'll give it another couple of days though to see how this performs. Again, 1 or 2 slight pullbacks in the upwards run here is also not too crazy. If you take a look back, there have been a couple of consecutive just bullish weeks here. For example, this major bottom that we saw in 2020, right after the C wave hit, so to speak, it was just continuous weeks of bullish momentum, just bullseye, bullseye. And also right here, in February of 2019, it was just weeks and weeks on end with only bullish pressure. And there's been multiple rows like this, for example, here in April of 2017, just months on end with just bullish. But it's also been very often that we had a bounce, like for example, here in December of 2018. And then the week afterwards had another negative candle, green candle, red candle, playing a little bit of a game, and thus it was another fake out. Again, you shouldn't be surprised here that the price also for Bitcoin went up 40% here throughout a very little amount of time, like 3 weeks or so, before crashing down yet again, roughly. Let's quickly check this out. Can I just do it? There we go. About 25 or 30%. So don't think we're in the clear just quite yet, but make sure that right now I am setting the fundamentals in place for in case it does start. And that is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys over the next couple of days, as there's a lot to prepare for. But if it really is back, it's going to be some amazing times, guys. So just enjoy it for now. Be happy that this showcases that FTX or any of those garbage things cannot kill crypto. A little bit later, I'll give you guys a warning, though, about some of the bad things which we're seeing. I recorded that earlier, but I didn't get to make it a title, and so I was like, I'll still post that, though. It's a little bit of a warning about the crypto space, of some of the FUD strategies they're going to attempt to throw at you. Doesn't matter though. I mean, we know the major institutions are buying like crazy, and I'm not selling. You guys are not selling probably. Do as you please though, guys. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just talking about what I think is best. And that was it for today's video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. See you guys later. Things are getting crazy out here.